Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Shaka from Shaka Reacts, and today we've got another music teacher reaction and analysis video for you. Specifically today we're going to be checking out one of the newer releases. Unfortunately we're a little late on this just because it takes about a month to get the content out, guys. But we've got a brand new release for Nightwish, guys, called Perfume of the Timeless. I'm super excited to see what we've got in their newest content that they've got releasing, guys. With that being said, let's get into it. Scared me. So when I read that last sentence, the first thought that popped in my head was, that's really deep. And whether this is intentional or not, I don't know. But we're seeing somebody free diving at very, very low depths. I have to think that that's very intentional visually. It's a very, very deep thought. It's something that almost, strains you to think about that much in that much detail, that in depth, the meaning behind it. It's just a perfect parallel visually to go with that, free diving at these extreme depths. I assume that's intentional, but just really, really cool imagery and meaning behind what they're saying there, let alone the music. I haven't even talked about the music. Oh my gosh, so good, guys. Tempo's increasing. I like that. That's, again, cool. Interesting. Okay. We're going to rewind it here and go back to the beginning of this. But I mentioned the tempo increasing. Again, obviously, one that creates suspense and it drives you towards what ultimately you think is some kind of, climactic moment. But I'm assuming we've got some, evolution occurring here. They're talking about, ancestors and descendants and struggles and all that stuff. I think it's just really, again, really cool. Instead of the visual imagery behind the words that are being put on screen, now we're getting musical imagery essentially that goes with what we're seeing on the screen. The music increasing in speed makes you feel like time is going faster, essentially, along with the visual sense of evolution and fast forwarding in time there too. That's just a really, really, really cool effect from them from a visual and musical standpoint. This is just art. I tend to go very objective in my reactions to stuff. It's hard to not get into the artistry behind this, because it's It's beautiful. This is beautiful right now thus far. All right, let's go ahead and keep going here, guys. I love that. I love what they're doing from a dynamic standpoint of this too. So we saw obviously this is very, very, very focused on time, and the concepts of time and everything in music. We talked earlier about how you can use tempo, the increase or slow down of tempo to make it feel like time is being manipulated. But they're also using dynamics here musically, guys, to give a sense of warping. So a lot of times from a more like digital standpoint, we can use, different editing and mixing techniques to kind of pitch bend to create that bending and that warping effect and that feel musically. They're not doing that here. They're using dynamics instead to create that kind of an effect. What we're getting here through this section, this last section in particular, is a lot of very, very short periods of time, but very drastic crescendos happening over and over and over again. And it creates this sense of, like I said, warping of the sound of the music. Again, creating kind of this like warping of time effect and feel. It's really good. And then obviously on top of that, there's the small, micro dynamic contrasts that are happening along with the macro dynamic contrasts as we go through an entire section that creates a sense of feeling of growth and diminution and things like that. Just really, really cool stuff to make you feel the concept of time as you're listening through this. Rewind a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way through this section, but just I want to point out those little drastic dynamic changes that we're getting here, so you guys can kind of hear and feel what I'm talking about with like the warping of sound and the warping of time. So right through here, that creates this feel of like warping, an ethereal feel. It's just a great way to make you feel like things are being manipulated, things are being warped. And again, it's just purely dynamics. It's just really, really cool effect. man, it just like it's just masterful writing. Again, I'm assuming Tuomas wrote this. Just oh god, it's so good. The melodic lines. So it reminds me a little bit of Ghost Love score in that we're getting these very unique melodic lines, and it feels like he's almost purposely avoiding certain things melodically because I think he's waiting to use them at the end. I get that sense from this right now, but like as an example of that, harmonies. So it's very rare that we're hearing vocal harmonies, to be clear, like actual multiple people singing, as opposed to backtrack harmonies. It's a little different. When we're getting them, it tends to be at these very unique climactic moments that lead into a big like chorus section that really uplift us, that kind of an idea. It's just, he's so good. They are so good at doing that and creating these amazing moments musically and emotionally. It's just so great. We're going to keep going here, guys. I love it. And the brass. Give me all the brass. Yes. I'm a brass player by trade, trombone specifically. I want to take that section right there and I just want to play that over and over in a full orchestra because it just sounds so cool. Like so as a musician, there are times where you love listening to music and there are times where you love playing music. I just want to play this all day long, like with an ensemble of amazing musicians because it is just so good. It's so much my kind of music that I enjoy playing to. It's very rhythmic. It's very coarse. It's very driven. It's just in your face. Like I love that kind of music. It's so great. And I got to hear this section again, guys. It's so cool. It's a great section used as kind of a montage moment. That's kind of what's happening right now. Montage. If you know, if you get that reference. But it's such a good moment to use through all of this crazy imagery and everything that we're getting on top of all this other stuff. It's really, really cool. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to, like I said, rewind. I want to listen to that again, man. It's amazing. The drum stuff through this is crazy. So percussive. And then her on top. Ugh. Okay, so I know I'm kind of in the middle of the section, but I want to point this out, guys, before we continue with it. Remember what I said about vocals and how a lot of times they're not bringing in multiple vocals until like key impact points? That's exactly what's happening right here. So we get this one lingering moment with the guitars, and then we're going to get in these multiple vocals on top of each other. Again, just another way, if you're wondering like why am I just like at this moment, that's why, because he is saving when he gives you those multiple vocal harmonies and things until key impactful moments. It's just such great writing.
a million loves. With the perfume of the timeless, last sighs on a deathbed. We are their air dust on their palm. We are because of a million loves. With the perfume of the timeless, last sighs of a million loves.
Lovely bunch of coconuts. What? Anyway, that caught me off guard a little bit there at the end. What? I love the ending to this. So it reminds me almost of like the Big Bang, and then like, I don't know, life just kind of settling in afterwards. That ending is so cool. This is a song that I could literally listen to hundreds of thousands of times, and there would be something new every time I listened to it. Just the complexity of the music and the complexity of the meaning, obviously, behind it. I love the title, Perfume of the Timeless. Again, perfume makes me think of something that you can't quite put your hands on, you can't quite grasp. It's just there. It's something that you can kind of sense. It's so good. The analogies behind this, the musical and visual methods that they use to kind of communicate what the meaning is behind everything, what's happening. Just absolutely pure art, pure artistry. Again, it's so weird because I tend to be very objective in my reactions here on this channel, and I don't focus as much on the artistic side of things. It's hard to focus on the objective stuff, the technicalities, when it's something that's this moving and this beautiful. It's just beauty. It's just pure beauty. Man, absolutely love it, guys. I can't wait to see more. I hope they release more. It's so nice to see them back and releasing stuff. Again, hopefully Floor is doing well. I know she's had some issues and things. I love it. I love all their stuff, guys. It's so good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. If you did, I'd appreciate it, guys. Obviously, if you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss any other Nightwish content that we've got coming out here. Last but not least, guys, if you want to continue your journey down that music rabbit hole, though, make sure you check out the next video.